Hi guys, what is up? Today I'm going to show you how to take a photo like this that you probably take on your iPhone into a photo like this that's really nice and light and airy, all with the Lightroom mobile app that is completely free for anyone to download. All right, so I have the photo up on my phone. I'm just gonna dive right in because this is no fluff. We're gonna get right to it. So when you open up your photo, one of the first things you're gonna wanna do is to bring your exposure up a little bit. This will just help to brighten up the photo. It will help to make it look nice and light. And if you want a lighter and brighter style, this is really going to help you in your photo. So bring the exposure up, super helpful. Go ahead and bring your highlights down because it's gonna bring some of those brighter whites in your photos down a little bit so they don't look so blown out when you bring the exposure up. I usually bring my shadows up quite a bit too. And see how it's really just bringing the shadows up on the ground of this photo right here. You don't have to go too crazy because if I bring it up all the way, it starts to make my hair look really nice and weird and light. So make sure you're not bringing it up too much, but just a little bit. And then I usually bring my contrast back in just a tiny bit. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my exposure back up just a little bit more. I usually try to bring it up enough that it looks nice and light, but that the lights in the photo, so like the white part of the photo, is not too overexposed. So let's go ahead now and go over to color because this is the next thing we're gonna play with. This photo in particular is pretty blue. You can see just on the ground where the black is kind of blue, and the overall photo just feels really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide this over to the right here. That's already looking really good. And then I'm gonna go ahead, if you go to mix in the top right there, you can change the actual colors in the photo. So I'm gonna go over to blue because the ground still feels pretty blue, and just drag this over a little bit. And don't go too crazy. See if we can bring it all the way. It feels almost like gray, like it feels a little bit dead. But if we bring it over just a little bit, it's gonna help with some of that weird like blueness that's going on in the photo. I'm gonna go back and let's do a temperature again. Let's bring just a little bit more warmth into this. And I think, let's go ahead and bring some pinks back in. It's starting to look a little bit green. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and crop. So the one thing you wanna keep in mind when you want a light and airy photo is you want to make sure that you're not having too much like heavy blacks or darks in your photo. So ideally, the ground of this photo would have been like a lighter concrete, but this is all I had to work with. So I positioned myself in front of a white wall just to make it look light and airy to begin with. And then see how there's like a weird shadow on the top where the garage door kind of ends up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down so you can't see that. I'm gonna bring it over to the right a little bit to crop in a little bit on where the door actually ends. And I'm gonna crop all the way up just right below my feet. So I'm getting rid of as much of that black as possible. So I just wanna make sure I'm centered. So I'm gonna bring this back over a little bit. And you can use the guidelines that are kind of in the middle to help center it for you. I'm gonna go ahead and export to camera roll right here. And this is the final photo that you can see. Pretty simple, right? And that's pretty much how I edit all my iPhone photos for my Instagram feed, Insta stories, anything like that. If you learned something from this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe because I upload 2 new videos every single week on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I don't want you to miss out. And if you're actually a photographer and you want to learn more about how I do this, I have a free guide for you down in the description. It's 5 hacks for a light and airy style. So if you want to get your hands on that, it's down in the description. It breaks down more of just how I'm choosing lighting and how I'm choosing locations and editing and all of that to help you have a nice light and airy style. And I can't wait to share more with you guys next week. Bye guys.